All right. What we got here? Drake spotted at Houston restaurant wearing Chris Angel. All right, let's see. Drake restaurant headed after the Morgan. Okay, so this is more stuff after the Morgan. You know, because the internet is in an uproar right now. The internet is in an uproar with Drake. You know, coming out the concert with Morgan Wallen, and apparently Morgan Wallen likes to use the N-word on his free days, and y'all over there Tootsie slide, y'all over there slide, kick, turn, y'all over there dancing. See, but I got to keep it a bean though. Most of y'all having an outrage with Drake walking out with Morgan, but y'all over there doing line dancing. So we got to call a thing a thing. All right. Whoever doing the line dancing, y'all over there kicking, swirling, y'all over there kick with your boots on, and y'all doing a little, y'all doing it. If y'all are dancing to that song, well, y'all shouldn't have a problem with Drake. All right. But if you don't dance to that song and you got a problem with Drake, then you have a valid point. But to all you hypocrites that got a problem with Drake coming out with Morgan Wallen, and y'all over there dancing to the song, you ain't got nothing to talk about. All right. So let's see what we got, man. Drake spotted at Houston. Let's see. Drake spotted at Houston with a Chris. I don't even know who that is. Who is the Chris Angel? Do y'all have the actual on Saturday? Do y'all have the actual shirt? Okay, so this is behind the scenes. Bridge over trouble. We ain't playing that. Okay, so this is from Morgan's actual Instagram. All right, this is from Morgan's actual Instagram, kind of the behind the scenes, and I ain't gonna play this because I ain't trying to get copyrighted. But this is more behind the scenes. Drake being a vulture culture. Now he going to country. All right, so they dabbing each other up, all that good stuff. That's me on some. Nah, I'm not playing that. All right, so, but I want to see the shirt that he was wearing. Let's see if we can get that. Who is Chris Angel? I don't even know who that is. Let's see who that person is. Chris Angel. Oh, I want to see the shirt. Spotted. Where is it at? Twisted. Name Aubrey on TikTok showing Drake while a TikToker user. Okay, let's see if we can find this right here. Oh wait, here we go. Right here. All right, so this is Drake at Houston. All right, so that's what he's talking about right there. Okay. In Hollywood, a Montrose wearing a Chris Angel freak. Let's say a Chris Angel Mind Freak t-shirt, which appears to be sweats. Okay, All right, who appeared to be sued by Kendrick Lamar. I'm not worried about these terrible things. Looks like a celebrity. All right. So we got that. Let's see what else we got here about this situation. Drake accompanies Morgan. Big internet reaction. Boy, he's facing a lot of criticism about this, right? I think this is my third video about this. He's facing a lot of criticism about this. Because once again, this individual, which I wasn't aware of, and I didn't even know that he even did that song, the song that everybody doing the line dancing to. But now y'all want to have a problem about this because let me see right here. What's this?
further ado, this was not rigged. This was completely legit. A man who wins at every single thing he does in life.
I don't know. What the heck is this about? You're a effing loser. Peter Rosenberg. Oh, yeah. And I'm going to talk about Peter Rosenberg, too. But the internet is having a field day with this. And I'm going to talk about this, too, as well. But I just want to go through these other clips real quick of the internet reacting to it. You know, everybody's, once again, of course, Drake Brady wouldn't be held to the same standard concerning engaging with white men who say the N-word. Okay, I don't know. Double standard. Okay, I ain't read all that. All right. Drake faces brutal backlash after appearing with Morgan Wallen in Houston. As you see, he's facing a ton of backlash. A ton of backlash. Drake, now that he feels betrayed by everybody black.
Outside to be your average teenager. He goes to school, plays video games, even listens to music in his room. But there's one difference.
I'm a 35-year-old white man.
Harrison, born Antoine Smalls.
Oh, man, yo, ever since Kendrick came out and performed Not Like Us in Toronto, this is what everybody's saying that Drake is now. Now Drake feel betrayed by the black people. He like, I ain't black no more. I'm Jewish. So now Drake don't want to be black no more. Now he's going to tap into his other side, huh?
Outside to be your average teenager. He goes to school, plays video games, even listens to music in his room. But there's one difference.
I'm a 35-year-old white man.
Harrison, born Antoine Smalls, has transracial identity, identifying as Harrison Booth, a 35-year-old white man from Colorado.
And when did you know that you were a 35-year-old white man?
Well, I've always felt different. I go to the store, the movies, and just be thinking to myself, like, why am I not getting the respect I deserve? Mm-hmm. And then it just hit me. I'm white.
What?
And 35. I just miss Colorado sometimes, you know.
This got to be a skit, because ain't no way a black dude that thinks they're white is going to have dreads. This got to be a skit. This got to be a skit.
Here I pretend the buildings are the old San Juan mountain range, but, you know, the job's just here.
And where do you work?
I'm a systems engineer for Coca-Cola.
Oh, okay.
That boy don't work. He go to school and that's it. One day he said, call me Harrison. I said, who's that? He said, me.
Do you believe that he is a white man?
I mean, he isn't. Shit, I'd love to wake up one day and say, hey, everybody, I'm Rihanna. But I ain't.
It's been pretty hard. My family
Yeah, this is clearly a skit. Just
doesn't get it. You know, I try to get them to go out with me, go on walks, go to the farmer's market, chat with people, but yeah.
So why don't you think that they get it?
I don't think they get it because they don't realize that race is just a made-up thing. Mm-hmm. They grew up having labels, and me, I'm just not like that.
I see. So how do you embrace your identity?
I dress a certain way, Patagonia. I wear a thick brown leather belt. I like to envision myself after the surgery.
Hey, excuse me, what IPA do you have on tap? Hey, did you see Game of Thrones last night?
Oh, boy, the internet is killing them, boy. So, yeah, man, Morgan sparked outrage for using racial slur back in 2021, was caught on video using the N-word outside of his home, faced, So that's why everybody's making a fuss, because once again, I didn't know nothing about this dude until recently. Drake being buddy with the white man who, can y'all see it? Okay, yeah, y'all can see it. Drake being buddy with the white man who called black people the hard ER makes a lot of sense, actually. This is the same man who thought rapping like you trying to free the slaves was an insult. Dang, boy, they going off on Drake, boy. Drake just got to be culturally deaf. Drake has to be culturally deaf because he does things like, and then you wonder why you're not embraced as a black artist. You don't act like a black artist. doing stuff like this. Y'all were comparing Drake to Tupac earlier. Left my ass off. Pac had Black Panthers in his family. This idiot ex Kendrick. Why he trying to make the slaves free? And now on stage with a white man who says nigga and being ignorant and tone deaf his whole career. Definitely. He is definitely tone deaf. He is definitely culturally unaware. Like, it's just, it's crazy the things that Drake does. Well, it's actually not crazy. It's pretty standard at this point. Let's see what else we got here. Drake spotted outside. Okay. Drake just, it's a wrap for him. It's a wrap. All right, so we got that. That's the t-shirt that he had on. Drake gets flamed for popping out at Morgan Wallen concert after pass N-word. Boy, everybody talking about this. All right. So everybody and mama's talking about this. Now watch Drake fans support Morgan Wallen and do damage control, knowing full and well he's a racist. Morgan got songs with Lil Durk, Big the Plug, Raw Rich, and you never had an outrage until. That is true. Now, I didn't know about this dude. So yeah, they do have a point. For all the people that are mad at Drake, why y'all ain't mad at Durk? Why y'all ain't mad at Moneybagg or Juice WRLD? I didn't know who this person was until today. So y'all can't call me out on it. But everybody else, y'all probably can. Y'all have a legit point. Cop down to calling Drake alt-right for the walking out of Morgan. All right. So the internet just going crazy. The black community booted Drake all the way to the Morgan Wallen. We all knew Kendrick won, but this is a different level type of victory. They not like us. They not like us. I know it hurts reaching for your phone last night, seeing 70,000 people cheering for Drake walking in. First thing the haters do is mention something from 2 years ago we already apologized for. Okay. Yeah, so the internet going crazy, boy. Look at this. Drake walking out Morgan is where they draw the line. A selective outrage. The hip hop culture is throwing a tantrum over Drake going to Morgan's concert. Morgan did many past mistakes. He deserves to be held accountable, but they better shut the fuck up since they praise even worse people, pedos like Jay-Z and the R-word Dr. Dre. Boy, internet going crazy. The internet is going insane with this, boy. Dang, I didn't know it was this big of a deal until now. Because once again, I really didn't know who the hell he was. Some shit just cringeworthy. It ain't even got to be deep, I guess. Kendrick. In what world did Drake think it would be a good idea to associate himself with Morgan N-word? OV hoes trying to convince themselves Drake leaking up with racist Morgan is a good thing. Yeah, so the internet is just having a field day with Drake on this. I mean, they just going crazy. And one thing I want to leave on this note is this right here. Speaking of, let's get Hot 97.
No, it has to be, guys. No, if it's not the album, guys. And she said 7 years, and I've lived in love and loss and power, blah, blah, blah. Laura just saying that does get me thinking the way it could be a never know. I'm not I'm your karma. Skin lines, tag break. Yeah, we do not know, bro. Yo, play that new Cardi B, man. She just dropped a single on Friday, bro. So
here we go. This one.
It feels familiar. I thought Trump was going to jail, and then he was supposed to. But he's president. The guy who said the N-word. After this whole battle, the white guy who said stands on certain issues. To decide to walk out happened? What are you talking about? After the battle that Drake had with Kendrick, where so much was said about where he stands on certain issues, to decide to walk out with Morgan Wallen at a country concert, like as his hype man, the N-word dude, the white guy who said the N-word, you're hype manning for the white guy who said the N-word. After this whole battle, my man, what are you thinking?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
And I know a lot of people have done that. A lot of people have done it. Hulk Hogan did it. He said the N-word too. Hit the button again.
Congratulations.
Someone hit me one of the angry Drake fans hit me. Go, I bet you didn't have this smoke for Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was hanging out with Trump. This is the company you want to be in, Drake, after everything that happened?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
This isn't new though.
I know.
They've been people's.
Yeah, no, I know. He did a video for him too, right?
Yeah, and that was after the incident you spoke about.
Was it after the battle too?
I mean, the video was last year.
So maybe it was. Maybe it's just
like
more.
A year and a half ago, maybe.
So what end is this? I don't think Drake's audience cares.
Yeah, they don't care. Nobody doesn't care.
Nobody cares.
Right.
He don't care.
Didn't Morgan Wallen apologize and he was drunk and blah blah blah. That was before he got angry and sad at the end of SNL and stormed off the set and then wrote "Back to God's Country" and took a picture of his plane. Yeah.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I'm just saying, I saw it. And went,
Plus, we don't know too much about him.
You don't know too much
about Morgan Wallen?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, well, just know that he said the N-word a few times. Gave quick apology.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
No, in one night. In one night.
Yeah, it was caught on camera. Yeah.
Listen, I'm not saying people don't make mistakes and are never worthy of forgiveness or anything. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, come on, man. What? Listen, man, there's people who care and then there's people who don't care. That takes us back to our current president. There's people who actually care and there's people who don't care. I don't think these things matter to Drake's fans or even people who are, they don't mind, people who are of a non-African descent black background using N-word. There's people out there, they just don't care.
Congratulations.
I just remember when Drake fans there was another word for Drake fans. It was called everyone. And now the version we have is like this other, it's like, yeah, people still like Drake's music, but they're just these hardcore Drake lunatics. And other people are like, yeah, I like his music, but not exactly sure what's going on here. I've given too many things too much emotion. Prior to the election, I gave Trump a lot of, and trying to make sure people didn't vote for Trump a lot of emotion. During the battle, I gave it a lot of emotion. I'm trying to show people where mistakes were made and how this could have played out differently for Drake. And now the battle's over. And so, let's watch how this all plays out for people. Just like the battle for our country's
all we can do now is kick back. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
What's hilarious though, listening to you talk about the Morgan Wallen thing, was Kendrick going, "We don't want to hear you say no more," and then he's hanging out with the guy that says, "Damn."
Oh God.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Well, there you go, man. Boy, the internet's having a field day with this. It's your boy Dev D signing out.